Alright, I'm going to be grading every single move from every single team this trade deadline and pre-trade deadline. So, yeah, my grades, Bondi's analytical grades. So let's get to it. New York Yankees F. They didn't sell off any pieces that are. I don't know if they sold off any expiring contracts. I don't think so. They get Spencer Howard, who stinks, and then Juan Curley from. Oh wait, no, they acquired Middleton from the White Sox, which is good. Middleton's a good relief pitcher, but that's who they gave out. I'm stupid. But they didn't sell off any guys that are expiring. They're not good enough to make the playoffs. Watch them go on a Mickey run, but they just won today against the Rays. I'm giving them an F because they didn't buy heavy and they didn't sell heavy. So yeah, let's go with the Mets. The Mets. Everyone loves the Mets. I'll give the Mets a fucking. I don't know. That's the load up. There we go. I'll give the Mets. When do they start selling? Alright, I'll start with David Robinson. So they traded away David Robinson. They traded away everyone who's on expiring contracts or old. They traded away Max Scherzer. They traded away Mark Canha. They traded away Justin Verlander. They traded away. I don't even know who that is. They acquired. They traded away Dominic Leone. I guess I don't fucking know. And they got Phil Bickford and Adam Klornik, which that's not a good move. And they traded away Tommy Pham. So I'll give them a B because they didn't go for it. Unlike the Yankees, where they're like 3 games back, the Mets are like under 500. So I'll give them a B because they did the right thing. They didn't buy. They sold, unlike the Yankees or unlike other teams that tried to stay pat. So I'll give them a B. The Mets did a okay job, but they failed in the offseason. They acquired some prospects, and I'm sure they're going to be spending money this offseason on guys, but I don't know if they're going to be. I think they're going to be more hesitant. Billy Upler has to be a little bit more hesitant. Yeah. All right. The Twins. The Minnesota Twins did almost jack shit. What do they do? One move. Dylan Floro for Jorge Lopez. I guess I'll give it a C. I don't know how these guys. They're both solid pitchers, but I don't know how good they're doing this year. I guess I'll give it a C. They didn't do anything else, which is fine. They didn't give up any prospects because their division is terrible. I think they could win the division with the team that they have right now. So, I wouldn't. They didn't have to buy. If if their team had a great record, then yeah, you got to win. They're in a World Series window, yeah. But you're in a shitty division. You can have fucking 80-something wins and win the division. So the Twins, they had no effort in the trade deadline. Milwaukee. What did Milwaukee do? What did the Brewers do? Alright, the Brewers. Only moves in July and August count. Well, July and August first. But alright, I don't care about that. Alright, so they got Carlos Santana, good switch hitting option. They got Mark Canha, the king of hit by pitches. They traded away Luis Ariz. I guess they gave up on him. And they acquired Andrew Chafin, which good move. Add to the bullpen. I don't know. They acquired Evan McKinnon. I don't know who the hell that is. I don't know. Looking at it, they had a couple of bats, not power bats, a couple veteran bats. They got Andrew Chafin. They got rid of Luis Ariz. So I guess to give them a C+. Again, they're hunting for a wild card spot. I don't think they want to give up top prospects in their system. Right now, they're not deep World Series contenders. Now let's go Miami. I think Miami had a good trade deadline. I don't know. All right, Jake Berger. Yeah. Okay, they were active, man. All right, we'll start from July 25th. So they got Jose Castillo, which he's a depth piece. They trade for Jorge Lopez. They traded for David Robinson, so they went bullpen heavy, I guess. Their bullpen sucked, I guess. They traded away Gene Segura and one of their top infielding prospects, Kylan Watson, who he hasn't played in the major. I think he's played a little. I don't fucking know. For Josh Bell, who got 4 hits today, so I guess that's a plus. They acquired Ryan Weathers for Garrett Cooper. Well, they traded for Josh Bell, so they didn't need Garrett Cooper anymore. Garrett Cooper goes to the Padres, who they needed a first baseman, so because what's his name? Cronenworth is not a natural first baseman, and the prospect Shane Reynolds, I think. Yeah. And they also got Jake Berger for Jake Elder. Well, their pitching's good enough. They need offense. Jake Berger's having a good season. Josh Bell, I'll give it a B plus. This was a good trade deadline for the Marlins. They're competing for a playoff spot. They didn't give up that much. They added to their offense and they added to their bullpen. That's what a smart GM does. She's doing a good job. I forgot her name, but the GM of the Marlins is doing a good job. The Dodgers. Let's see what the Dodgers have done. The Brooklyn Dodgers. Fucking loading up. Yeah, we'll start with July. We'll start with the Kike Hernandez. They got Kike Hernandez. And then they got Amanda Rosario for Noah Syndergaard. I think that's an A+ move because Noah Syndergaard's not going to do shit for them. Lance Lynn, Joe Kelly for a couple pitching prospects. They gave up a guy for cash considerations. They got Ryan Yarbrough. They gave up Phil Bickford, and obviously with that, and then they gave up a guy for cash consideration. So I just give them a C+. The Dodgers these past few years haven't spent that much money. At the deadline, they haven't had any big deadlines. Just small moves because, they spend enough money on the guys that they have right now. They just added small moves. I guess I give it a C+. I don't think it puts them over the edge. The starting rotation's still not as good. Obviously Buehler's hurt. It's been hurt for like going to be 2 years. Kershaw's on IL, but he'll be back. Urias is underperforming, so they need another guy, and they got a starter, but I think they need one more. But I don't know. The Angels. Oh no, not the Royals. They'll probably have like a D. All right, the Angels. What did they do? What did the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, who play in Anaheim, did? Let's go back. Yeah. Okay, these don't really count. I'm not grading that. All right, Lucas Giolito and Ronaldo Lopez for 2 prospects, and then they brought back Randall Grichuk and C.J. Cron. Gave up Tucker Davidson for cash considerations. Got Dominic Leone, Blue Jay legend. I guess I'll give him a B. I know Trey and Ohtani would probably be better, but they're going all in, and I respect that for the Angels. They're going all in for a playoff push, so, I would have sold Ohtani if I was a GM because he's not gonna come back unless the Angels give him a fucking mat. I don't know. He probably gonna watch him resign. I don't know. It's gonna be confusing. It's gonna be a big off season, but yeah, I'll give the Angels a B. They added to their hitting. They got a starter. But a lot of these guys I think they're all on expiring contracts, so they didn't get any term. But they're going all in, I guess. So, yep, that's the Angels there. Kansas City, they probably did jack shit. Kansas City, probably a D because they're selling. But yeah, they got rid of Scott Barlow for a pitching prospect, and I don't even know what Jesus Rios. So it's already an A. They got more prospects. Ryan Yarbrough. They acquired a relief pitching prospect. They gave up Jose Cruz to the Cubs. He was a good bullpen arm, I heard. So they gave up Nicky Lopez, Team Italy legend. And then they gave up Aroldis Chapman for a couple guys. So they didn't trade away Salvi. or other pieces. So I don't know. I give them a C. They got some prospects in return. The Royals, they're never gonna be good. I don't know. Bobby Witt's just wasting his fucking career, man. They have to spend money, man. I know it's a small market. No one wants to go there, but I think the Royals have to have like a big offseason, at least 2 big additions to help their team out. Because Zach Greinke, old man Greinke, can't carry the rotation. So they got prospects in return, but who cares about prospects? You should care about right now. The Royals have been they haven't made the playoffs since 2016. They should be caring about making the damn playoffs. I don't fucking know. The Astros. Let's go with the Astros. The Astros. So the Astros, what do they do? They probably did a lot. They actually 2 moves. Okay, 2 moves at the deadline. They brought back They brought back old players. So they gave up Corey Lee to the White Sox, who he's probably going to be their future catcher, for Kendall Graveman, and then they got Justin Verlander. So they brought back 2 former players. That's all they did. They added to their. That's all they brought back Verlander. That's funny. I don't know. Excuse me, but that's funny. They brought back 2 former. I give it an A. Fuck it, because you're getting guys who's been with the system before. They're studs. Give them a fucking A. Why not? Justin Verlander's back with the Astros. These are the Astros have done so little moves. Their last move was in June 17th. And then they got Spencer Watkins from the. I didn't even know that move happened. So, yeah, I give them an A. Why not? They got Verlander. Detroit. I didn't hear anything from Detroit. Oh yeah. I know which move. Detroit. Didn't they trade Eduardo Rodriguez? So they got that guy for cash considerations. They got Hang Yu Lee for Michael Lorenzen. Did Eduardo Rodriguez go to the... Wait. This is a little fishy. Eduardo Rodriguez. Didn't he go to the Angels?
According to Wikipedia...
No, he's still on Detroit. Never mind. I think the trade fell through. I don't know. I didn't know. So Rodriguez, no trade option, no rights. So Rodriguez didn't want to get traded. So he's still at the Tigers. So I don't fucking know. I thought he got traded to the Angels. I'm stupid. Yeah, alright, ignore that. So they trade away Lorenzen. They didn't trade away Rodriguez, so that's kind of bad, I guess. I don't know. I give him a C. They could have done more, but How Yu Lee, we'll see what he does with the Tigers. All right, the Rockies. They actually did something at the deadline. They actually sold a little bit. Wow. They gave up Brad Hand for Alec Barger. They got this guy, I don't know, for cash considerations. They love giving cash considerations. Randall Grichuk, CJ Crone. They got a couple pitchers from them, Jake Madden and Mason Albright, Benjamin Albright's cousin. I'm kidding. They got rid of Pierce Johnson for more pitching prospects. So all they got was pitching prospects. What's his name? Charlie Blackmon's gonna retire a Rocky. He's done. All right, Cleveland. They sold at the deadline. They sold. They really sold at the deadline. So, and they're in the playoff hunt too. They sold at the deadline. They sold. I don't care about that trade. Yeah, they got Noah Syndergaard for Ahmed Rosario. They didn't even get any prospects. They gave up Aaron Clever. Savali. I'm fucking retarded. For Cal Mars, they got a first baseman prospect. That's good. He'll probably replace Josh Bell in the future. Josh Bell gone for Gene Segura. So they got a couple of solid prospects, highly touted prospects. I heard Gene Segura's not even going to play with them, so he's probably going to sign with a team that needs an infielder. I don't know. So I give Cleveland like a, I don't know, I'll give them a B minus. They could have at least added some options to contend for a division spot, but they didn't. They didn't buy. They sold a little bit. I don't know. Again, I think they think their roster is good enough to compete for that division, and probably is. So yeah. Cincinnati. What did Cincinnati do? Bastards. I'll give him a D. Cap space. International cap space. Cincinnati gets a D. All they got was Sam Moll, who's not even having a great year, for international cap space for a prospect, Joe Boyle. Cincinnati gets a F. Not a D. An F. Terrible trade deadline. They did nothing. I know that they probably didn't want to sell any prospects to get anyone, and they're still a young team, but, like, come on, man. Sam Moll? You think he's going to change your bullpen? Probably. Probably will change your bullpen, probably. The White Sox. I'll give them a B plus because they, except trading Jake Berger was bad, but I don't know. I'll give them a B plus. They got Colin Wong. Oh, I know, never mind. Keon Wong. I thought it was Colin Wong. They got a couple high talented prospects from the Angels. They got Trace Thompson's just filler, but they got a couple pitching prospects from the Dodgers. They got Corey Lee, who's MLB ready catcher. They got a pitcher for Middleton. They got Luis Patino, who was a highly touted prospect, but hasn't done shit really with the Rays for nothing, for cash. So that's pretty good. See what he can do. And they got Jake Elder for Jake Berger. So Jake for Jake there. I'll give him an A because they sold all the pieces they can, except Tim Anderson. They'll probably accept the option. I think they'll keep him, and if he has a good season, they'll sell him at the deadline next year if they're shit. But we'll see. The White Sox did the right thing. They sucked and they sold at the deadline. So yeah, the Cubs. What did the other Chicago team do? Who's buying? Who's actually doing good? Who's Josh Robinson? I don't know who Josh Robinson is. So, all right. So the Cubs, they got Jamie Candelario and Jose Courgs. I'll give them a B. Courgs is having a good year. I can't pronounce his name, but Jamie Candelario is a good switch hitting third baseman. They gave up a couple prospects. Nelson Vasquez, I heard he was all right. Jamie Candelario was a good piece. At the actual deadline, I don't even know who that is, but yeah, I'll give the Cubs a B plus. They did really good. They got a couple good pieces to help their team out. But they didn't do that much. They didn't go for the blockbuster because they know their team is not a World Series contender, but they want to make the playoffs, obviously. Boston, what the hell did they do? Those bastards. Fuck Boston. They got Luis Arias, who is a good player. We got a couple pitchers for Kike Hernandez, and they swapped pitchers with, I don't know, I give it a fucking D. They didn't do anything. They didn't want to trade their farm. The Red Sox get a D. They don't do, I don't know. They're in the playoff hunt and they didn't do anything. I'll give them a D. Baltimore. Those bastards. Fuck them. Alright, the Orioles. This guy sucks. Fujiyama is terrible, so that's a D right there. Don't know this move. Jack Flaherty, I don't know. They added a starting pitcher. Their team's good enough, so their team is good enough on paper to make a, they're going to the playoffs unless they have a collapse. When they play the Jays, they'll win, so they're never going to collapse. But They gave up a few prospects, but nothing crazy for Jack Flaherty, and all the other moves don't really care about. So I'll give him a B for Jack Flaherty because he's not that bad, but he's a walk machine. Not positions. All right, Atlanta. Atlanta's the best team in baseball right now. Their offense is fucking insane. They got NL East legend Brad Hand. They acquired Nicky Lopez. Look at this fleecing. Fucking Alex Anthopoulos just gave up cash for Taylor Herm, and then just traded him the next day. Traded him a week later to the fucking, what do they call it? The Royals for Nicky Lopez, a Team Italy legend. So I don't know. And then they got Pierce Johnson for pretty much nothing. So I don't know. I give them a C because they're like not big moves, but the Braves didn't need that much. Their offense is fucking elite. They just added some bullpen arms. Arizona, the last one. Oh shit! I don't think I went with the Jays. Not the last one. We'll go to the team. They gave up Andrew Chafin, which that's bad. They got Tommy Pham and Jace Peterson, and Paul Sewald, which was a good pickup. So I'll give them a B plus. You know, they did a really good job. They added an outfielder. They added an extra infielder, and they added a good bullpen arm. Sewald is better than Chafin, and I guess they got Peter Sturwitsky. I guess Chafin didn't want to be there, so I guess it's one of those type of trades. And now I have to go down to the T's because I started with the Yankees. So shit, I got a lot of teams to go. Never mind, I thought it was over. All right, let's start with Oakland. This was an A+ trade because this guy stinks. Fujiyama, he can throw 100 miles per hour. He has a great splitter and sink, but he's bad. He's not that good. Chad Paddock for I don't know. I don't fucking give the A's a F because they never win any trades. I'll give them a F because they don't win trades. So, all right, Philadelphia. They made two moves. They got Michael Lorenzen, added another starting pitcher, and they added Rodolfo Castro for Bailey Feller. Good moves, you know. I'll give it a B-. I don't think they're move the needle moves, but that's like not bad. Not like the Yankees moves that two moves that don't even mean anything. The Pirates, what do they do? Those bastards. Alright, so the Pirates, what did they do? They got a shortstop for Carlos Santana. I don't know why they got a shortstop. They have so many infielders in their system. They got 3 prospects. Alfonso Rivas, who's not really a prospect. He's not he's a player. He's been in the MLB for a while. And a couple of prospects for Rich Hill and Ji-Man Choi, so they won that. And then Rodolfo Castro for Bailey Feller. That's whatever. And then they gave up Austin Hedges for international bonus space. I think that's a W because they got rid of Austin Hedges. He's clogging up the system, and you got a bunch of catchers like Henry Davis and what's his name, Rodriguez, who need playing time. So yeah. So I don't know. The Pirates get a C+, I guess. I don't know. Now the Padres. What do the Padres do? The Padres bought at the deadline. They bought. Alright, so they gave up Jose Castillo. I don't know. He was a failed project there. They got Rich Hill and Ji-Man Choi. Rich Hill. Oh my god. Ji-Man Choi. Yeah, he's going to solve their problem. They got 2 first basemen. Scott Barlow, which is, I think that's an A+ move. Scott Barlow's not having a good season, but on a good team, I think he'll do good. And then they got Garrett Cooper and Reynolds. I don't know. So they got 2 first basemen because they don't want Cronenworth playing first base anymore, I think. And they got Scott Barlow, which I think that's their best move. So I'll give him like a B. Not the best, but Scott Barlow alone is a B move. I don't care how bad he is. He's doing last 2 years. He's been a stud. All right. The San Francisco Giants. They got AJ Pollock, Mark Mathias, who was on. He was on the fucking, what's it called? He was on the Pirates before. I don't know. They just got AJ Pollock, so I'll give him a C. I don't know. Fucking didn't do anything. They didn't do anything, so I'll give him a C. The Mariners. The Mariners. They, I don't know. They sold at the deadline. They got Dominic Canzone, Josh Rojas, who I guess they need a third baseman. I don't know, or an infield like platoon guy. And they gave up Paul Sewald, and they got rid of AJ Pollock for future considerations. Oh my God, future considerations is like always great. They also got Trent Thorne. They fleeced us in that trade, fucking bastards. And I don't care about that trade, so I don't know. I'll give them a C because they sold at the deadline. I don't know. They're like a couple games back of a playoff spot. I don't know why they would sell. I guess they want to. I don't know. The Cardinals, St. Louis Cardinals. They sold everybody. Let me go back. Richie Palacios. Oh my God. June. They got rid of Johnson Cabrera for Sammy Hernandez, which he's a catcher, so that's I don't know. It's basically the Blue Jays trades too, but we won't count that. So they got Sammy Hernandez for Genesis Cabrera. They got rid of Jordan Hicks for a couple prospects. Adam Kloppenstein, Sam Robinson. They're good. And they trade away Paul DeYoung for Matthew Savinson, and they trade away Chris Stratton and Jordan Montgomery for prospects. They traded everyone, so they traded away everyone they could to get some prospects in return, and that, like, I agree with it. They weren't going anywhere, so they needed to make a move. So yeah, I'll give them an A because they did the right thing. They sold. Now the Rays. What did the Rays do? How does that have to evolve with Tampa Bay? I don't know why this trade's here. The Rays get a fucking D. Aaron Savelli. They do nothing. They did nothing. Oh yeah, Savali. They're probably gonna turn him into Cy Young, but who cares? They get a D. On paper, it's a D. I'm not even gonna talk about the Rays moves. All right, the Rangers. They're gonna get probably a decent grade right here. The Rangers. All right, so this is all the moves they did. I'll count Chapman's because it's a big one. So they got Aroldis Chapman. They gave up one of their prospects for cash. Then they got Max Scherzer for Acuna, who's Ronald Acuna's brother. Then they got Chris Stratton and Jordan Montgomery. So they added 2 starters at the deadline. And then they got rid of Spencer Howard, which was a W. And then they got Austin Hedges, so I guess they need a defensive catcher. So I'll give them an A-. They added 2 starting pitchers who are really good in Scherzer and Montgomery. I'm sure they're gonna be good, helping them with a playoff push. So the Rangers, their front office don't give a shit. They'll do anything to win. So I know they haven't made the playoffs yet, but they're a good team. So yeah. Good move. I give him an A-. All right, the Jays, I give him a fucking D. D for DeYoung. That's all he did. DeYoung. This is all the moves they did. Deadline moves. Nick Aguilar. So they trade for Genesis Cabrera. He's been good outside that one game against the Orioles, which I don't give a shit. We were losing anyway. Then we get a fucking BS prospect for Trent Thorne, which we lost that trade. Because Trent Thorne, we could have just gave up Mitch White. I don't give a shit. We could have just sent Mitch White on waivers. Who cares? No one would have claimed him. They just got rid of Trent Thorne for nothing for Mason McCoy. Who cares? Jordan Hicks didn't have a good game yesterday, but I don't really care because we were getting blown out. So who gives a shit about these runs? But he played really good today when it mattered. We'll see what he does. Paul Young went 0 for 4. 0 for 3. So I don't know. I give it a D plus. D plus, edging C minus, depending on how the moves do for us. But we should have done more. I'm pissed. So I give us a D plus. I was gonna give us a C, but looking back, no. All right, last one officially. Officially, the last one. The Washington Nationals. They get a Z plus. I don't know. Wait, they've only made 2 trades since the Juan Soto trade. That's fucking wild. They've only made 2 trades since the Juan Soto trade. That's nuts. All right. They got a pitcher and a shortstop for Candelario. I agree with keeping Lane Thomas. He's a good player. And that's really the other guy that they could have gotten a lot for, but they believe in Lane Thomas, and I believe in Lane Thomas too. So yeah, guess I'll give him. They got something for Candelario. It was an expiring contract, so I guess I'll give him what? I don't know. I'll give him a C for Candy. So that's it. That's all the moves at the deadline. Those are my grades. What did your team do that was good? What did your team do that was bad? Hope you guys have a good day. And this is going to be a premiere tomorrow, probably at 1:30. Why not? Bye.